where they're learning something new. So during this, they're doing what we call a perimeter, where they're simply just swimming along the perimeter of the pool. This is a great opportunity for you to get pictures and video as they get up close and personal to that glass. Now, other training sessions that we can do is a play training session. Super fun that we can be able to interact with our whales with a lot of fun things, such as even toys. Now, these toys we actually call environmental enrichment devices. That's just a fancy term for an orca toy. Now, of course, we get quite frequently is how do you make an orca toy, or what do you make it with? So one of the best objects that we've been able to use to make an orca toy is fire hose. We had our local fire department come and donate over 200 feet of fire hose that we've been able to make for our orca toys. Because the orca toys, they need to be durable and or edible. Now, edible, that's kind of crazy. What are some examples of some edible environmental enrichment devices or toys? Our veterinarians have approved for our whales to be able to get Jello. Does anybody like Jello here? Yeah, a couple of you? So it's actually just plain gelatin and water with just a little bit of food coloring to make it that much more fun. Now, does anybody here like marshmallows? Yeah? What about grapes? Yeah? So our whales have been approved to also by our veterinarians to get marshmallows and even grapes. Now, that's just one of the ways that we can reinforce our whales. Now, you may hear that whistle sound, or you see those whistles around the trainer's necks. Now, that only means good job. So every time a trainer blows a whistle, it's them telling our whale, great job, that's exactly what I was looking for. Come back to me for reinforcement. Now, we can reinforce them with using those toys, that Jello, marshmallows. We can also give them a back rub or a belly rub. They have very sensitive skin, so it's another way that we can tell them good job. Now, you may have noticed that we sort of kind of broken off into different pairs. So over on this side of the stadium, we have Joel, who's interacting with Sakari. Over on this side of the stadium, we now have Laura, who's interacting with Kamea. Now, as a friendly reminder, if you are sitting in those first couple rows, there's a good chance you're about to get wet. Now, Sakari is actually working on what we call a breach. So that's what she demonstrates to all of you guys over here on this side of the stadium, called a side breach. It's actually a way that they can communicate to one another is by breaching or making a commotion above or below the surface. So they can slam on the side of their bodies, their stomach, or even their back to be able to communicate to other whales. Now, another very common question that we get is how do we train our whales? And what are the tools that we use to train our whales? Over here on this side of the stadium, we have my friends Kristen and Taylor who are going to be working with a target pole. That's a long pole with a buoy at the end of it. Now, that is actually one of the tools that we use to communicate to our whales. In this session, we are teaching Kamea a center breach. So instead of landing on her side, she'll land on her belly. Now, that target pole is used to show her how high to go. So our whales are trained to touch that target pole at the end of their rostrum or their mouth, and that's how we can tell them how high we're looking at her going up in the air. We can also use a target pole to be able to tell her where to go.